Hi, guys. Welcome to Mindlight Live. I am going to let the algorithm tell some people that we are live, and then I will start the stream. So I'm just going to play some music and let that work. Okay, starting to have the algorithm tell some people that we're here. And so we will get started in just one more minute. Thank you so much for coming. Today we're going to be looking at another Mindlight session. All the things that I have done. Hi, Mandy. I'm so happy you're here. So happy you're here. Okay, I think I'm going to get started. Mandy, thanks for being here. And if you're watching the recording later on, thank you for watching. I want to tell you a little bit about what Mindlight is and what we'll be doing together for the next probably hour in this live stream. Today, we're going to be taking a look at relationships and intimacy. And I am going to share with you a recorded session that I give a man named Solomon, who is working on his relationship with his partner. Before I get into that, I want to talk to you about Mindlight's work, what it means to be in the work, and I want to talk to you about what happens in a session, why we give sessions, how sessions work, and some of the formulas that we're using in these sessions to create a transformation. And I want to invite you to ask me questions in chat, interrupt me, comment, so that you get everything that you can from this live stream today. So why we do a Mindlight session? Why would anyone opt in to do this work for an hour or work with a practitioner? Or why would you learn how to do the work on yourself, by the way, which is how I do most of my work, is on myself. This work can be self-applied, is to create transformation in your life, is so that you can disappear something that feels like a problem and create more expanse, more potential, more have more of what you want, feel more of how you want to feel. That's what Mindlight, the work of Mindlight, makes possible. My partner, Scott, he tries to capture the words for this work and he calls it an emotional revolution. You learn how to use your feelings as fuel to create the life that you want. And at Mindlight, we say all feelings are good feelings. So especially the shitty feelings, the guilt, shame, the stuck. That is just a condensement, a density of emotion. And emotion is fuel to create. And so there's a way that we can get in touch with that density of emotion and use it for power, use it to transmute, use it to transform. And this is what Mindlight's work is all about. It's about creating that pow, that breakthrough, that transformation, but not just one time. It's learning how to create it repeatedly over and over and over so that you can expand and reduce resistance to having the life that you really want. Okay. So this is why do the work. This is why learn how to process emotion, how to transform emotion. Um, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about how a Mindlight session works before we witness this 30-minute session that I have queued up for us today. Essentially, what we're looking to do as Mindlight practitioners in any session is to have the person we're working with walk away with their life being better, with them feeling sustainably different, sustainably more of themselves, like they've integrated or taken in or removed the barrier to what they really want in that session. So we don't just sit there and talk for an hour, although talking can be really helpful about like stories that have happened. We actually get to the root of where emotion is coming from, and we work with it in such a way that it is forever different afterwards. This person is not the same when they leave the session. Um, there are multiple different formulas that we use and techniques and modalities that we use, but one of the most important formulas or commonly used formulas, especially when we're working with integrating painful emotions in the body, is a three-part formula for integration, which is the first part of this formula for integration or for healing. The first part is number one, being in touch with the pain or being in touch with the wound. So as a practitioner in the session, we're going to be looking for where's the rub? Where's the annoyance or the pain or the sad? So being in touch with the feeling. The second ingredient in the healing formula that we use is meeting that emotion with a lot of compassion, a lot of loving attention, a lot of everything's okay here and you're okay and nothing's broken, um, understanding. That's the second part of the formula. And the third part is making it meaningful to the body. So emotions and pain are all stored and experienced in the body. And a lot of us just try to outsmart our feelings. We try to think about ways to feel better, try and whiteboard ways to feel better, try and reason. And you typically can't really solve emotions with thinking, with being smarter than the emotion. You solve the emotion by meeting the emotion with an emotional solution and then helping the body move that emotion. Emotion is just energy in the body, right? So a lot of what we do when we're working with the body is we tap, and you'll see tapping in this session that I'm going to share with you. Tapping is really similar to acupuncture in that we're hitting on acupressure points in the body that have a lot of stored energy, and we're just helping that energy release. We tap, we might rock in a session, we might shake that anger out or punch a pillow or yell or scream, like whatever the body needs to do, the body needs to be incorporated for a transformation to be complete. Because transformation isn't just a mental constitution, it's a full embodied shift. And so, of course, that means we need to bring the body along. So I'll repeat that healing formula one more time. The first part is being in touch with the emotional wound, whether it's I'm hurting around money or I'm hurting in my relationship or I'm hurting about who I should be in the world or I'm hurting in my career, what or that incident that happened, whatever the emotional wound is, we need to be in touch with the feeling of it, meeting it with compassion and loving attention, and then making it meaningful to the body and incorporating the body. So you're going to see a lot of that in the session I'm about to share with you. Another thing that you're going to see, and this is a huge other part of our work, is working with the expansion of the soul and not just helping integrate the pain, but helping them integrate who they're becoming and the good parts of themselves or the good part of you that you really want to be, helping you access that. So we're working with this full spectrum of emotion, not just pain, but also every time some pain gets integrated, we're expanding into this version of ourselves that we want to be, the version of ourselves that has the perfectly feeling, loving relationship, or that has a great relationship with money, or that knows their purpose in life, or whatever it is you're yearning for. That is the other part of the work. Okay. So the session I'm going to share with you is with a lovely, lovely man named Solomon. And Solomon, I actually courted. He was a perfect stranger online, and I courted him to come to a Mindlight Institute free training event because he's a cuddle practitioner. There are body workers and touch workers out there who help people um, through through touch, through intimacy, through healing touch. And he's one of those people who has a practice of that. And for people who work in intimacy, um, learning how to work with and heal their own trauma is the first and most powerful gateway to helping others heal their trauma. So Solomon came to this training event for practitioners. He ended up becoming a client of mine, and we worked together. We had four really, really powerfully transformative sessions, all working on intimacy and romantic relationship. And in particular, the root of it was expressing his whole self in romance, including all of his desires. So hi, thanks for joining. Thanks for being here. Thank you for chatting into chat. Nice to see. So this this 30-minute session, this is the first time that I have ever met Solomon. And the setting is that we are in a public training ground. So there were probably 15 other people on this call with us. And I asked, after sharing how Mindlight works, how our formula for healing trauma and transformation, I said, who would like to work with me today? And we can demonstrate what the work looks like and how it works. And Solomon raised his hand. And then we went ahead and did a 20-minute session. So at this point in time, Solomon is the first time we had ever really spoken. Um, I didn't really know much at all. Knew nothing about what we were going to be working with. I didn't even know it was going to be about romantic relationship. And so a lot of what I'm doing in the very beginning of this session is just gently discovering and approaching the pain that he's sharing and right away starting to normalize it and help him integrate. And as we go, we discover more and more and more of what's at the root of this pain. And because it's a short session, it's about 15 minutes or 20 minutes. It's like just taking the first layer of icing on a cake. That's basically what we're doing here. And if anyone was curious if you were ever considering doing a session with Mindlight or working in some kind of therapeutic environment and wondered what it looked like, this is a really good intro into what this kind of work can look like. Both on the practitioner side, if you're a coach and looking to practice this work, or just on the everyday people side. Like I receive and give myself sessions and receive sessions from practitioners all the time. And so if you're curious what it could look like for you, this is a great place to watch. And then also, if there's any relationship in your life where you would like deeper intimacy or deeper connection, watching this session and watching him heal can be really therapeutic and healing for you. So I welcome you to bring your own content here. Bring a relationship that's meaningful to you as you witness, because you might get some movement in yourself and get some clarity or some insights as you watch what's possible. Okay. So without further ado, I am going to bring this session up. No, give me the demo. And this is me and me hanging out with me. It's just pretty funny. And I'm going to start playing it. And is that because of borrowing benefits? That you would also heal? Is that what you mean? It can be healing for someone to witness a lot of times because number one, I think a lot of people don't even know what's possible in a healing frame. Um, yeah. I think a lot of people don't even know that it's possible to approach emotions in this way and have them what it even means to integrate, like what it even means to take an emotional experience and bring it into yourself to have it change and release. It can be really comforting to see someone else in their process because we connect into them and we feel less alone. So it permissions us to feel what we're feeling too. And remember, in the healing formula I had just presented, the first ingredient to really healing and creating a transformation is being in touch with that pain and meeting it with compassion. So when you're watching someone else feel something deeply and you have something similar, there's a connection created there that permissions you to feel it as deeply as they are. And because it's a safe container, um, you are held with compassion while you're doing that. And so it almost creates a healing environment for you too, just in the witnessing. You're not necessarily borrowing their benefits. You're definitely having your own unique experience because no two stories are exactly the same. But it's the connection and the permissioning and the safety that I think really helps in just seeing the possibility. Thank you for your question. Any other questions before I share this session, before we all watch this session together? Solomon will be working, I'll be working with him on a romantic relationship issue. Okay. Okay, so here we go. I am going to start. So again, this is me picking him out of an audience. He's a perfect stranger to me at this time. And we're going to slowly discover what he's got going on and start to integrate it. And okay, let's go. So I'm going to hit play on this video and we'll watch together. Very happy to do a demo. Does anyone have something? Let's see, on a scale of 1 to 10, something around a 7, 7, 8. Solomon, you threw your hand up. I just want to check in. Are panic attacks something that occur for you when you do work, big work? Beautiful. You want to be our demo? Yeah? Okay. Okay, I'm going to ask everyone else to go off camera and I'm going to pin Solomon and I. And then we'll get started. So right now I am just preparing the screen for the demo with him. And you'll see us switch back and forth. Okay. You'll see him processing. Let's just start with a deep breath and can tap, maybe shake off the weird. It's like, oh, there's an audience. This is weird. Yeah, yeah. And then deep breath. Yeah. Do you feel safe and comfortable to do a little bit of work right now? Cool. Can you tell me what we're working with?
Yeah, it came up last night. Still perfect. Are
you open to tapping? Have you tapped before?
Yes.
Okay, you can tap while you talk to me. Okay.
Yeah, so it came up last night.
Just right there, even when you tell me it came up last night, do you have feelings coming up in your body?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you give that some love and breathe? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, bring in some compassion for yourself. Let that compassion touch whatever's up. Big breath all the way down to your toes. Beautiful. Yeah, I just want to check in. This thing that came up last night, does it come up all the time? Or is it new?
It's been coming up. Yeah, in this new relationship that I'm in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And when you just think about it coming up on a scale of 1 to 10, how intense is it?
I'd probably say 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you were going to give a title to the thing that comes up, what would you call it?
Solomon's anxiety when Cara Louie isn't around.
Cara Louie?
Cara Lily.
Cara Lily. It's a pretty name. Yeah, thank you for telling me. Deep breath. It's okay that that's there. Give it just that some love. That's here, and it's okay that it's here. Even though I really want it to be gone, actually.
Even though I really want it to be gone.
It's okay that it's here. I'm open to the idea that it's okay to be here.
I'm okay with the idea that it's okay to be here.
Yeah, deep breath. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Tell me what's there about it.
I don't want to be anxious about or not being there. I want to feel secure. I'm not feeling secure in relationship.
Got it. Let's pause right there. I'm going to say some words to just help on purpose provoke it so that we can touch it and heal it. But I want you to edit or correct it to be real for what's there for you. Yeah. I wish I was different than I am right now. Yeah. 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 Big breath. Yeah, whatever your body wants to do. You want to shake, you want to. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What?
Yeah. Now, big breath. Bring in compassion. Bring in the idea that it's okay. Maybe it's okay. Yeah. Yeah. Big breath right there. Maybe it's okay. I'm open to the idea that my anxiety can be okay, even though I fucking hate it.
I'm okay with the idea that my anxiety is okay, even though I hate it.
I hate it though.
I hate it though.
I hate it.
I hate it. I fucking hate it.
Yeah. 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 Big breath. I want to be a really stable partner
I want to be a really stable partner.
because I like her. Yeah. Yeah. Just be with the beauty of that, the beauty of your own integrity. Breathe. Yeah. 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 Let's give it another shake. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So good. So good. Thank you, body, for helping me.
Thank you, body, for helping me.
Yeah. Yeah. I just want to check in on something. Do you know the root of the anxiety? Do you have an idea of where it comes from? No. Yeah. How do you feel about not knowing?
I hate it.
How did you even get here?
Yeah, exactly.
Where you do? No one invited you to the party, dude. Yeah.
I mean, I can make a guess about, my father passed away when I was 9, so abandonment stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Offer yourself some compassion right here. It's okay not to know. Yeah. Deep breath. Beautiful. Yeah. I'm open to the idea that I can love her and love me at the same time,
The idea that I can love her and love me at the same time,
even when I hurt.
even when I hurt.
Yeah. Maybe I can love that part of me the most
Maybe I can love that part of me the most.
because he needs some love.
Because he needs some.
Yeah. See if you can touch that part of you inside. It gets a little scared. Yeah. Say, I love you. Even though you're scared, I love you.
Even though you're scared, I love you.
Yeah. 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 Mhm, mhm, mhm. Beautiful. Yeah. How are you feeling right now?
Sweaty, um, uplifted, joyful, present, and aware of the sadness.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's just do a little bit more if that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I'm gonna heal right on time.
Feel right on time.
I'm open to the idea that this will end perfectly
I'm open to the idea that this will end
or go on perfectly.
or go on perfectly.
Yeah, I'm open to the idea this is divine timing.
I'm open to the idea that this is divine time.
And I'm gonna hold all the space for myself that I need.
I'm gonna hold all this space for myself that I need.
Yeah. Now really be with that of how much you're gonna hold yourself and take a nice big deep breath. Yeah, even though there's more left, I've got this.
Even though there's more left, I got this.
I know what to do.
I know.
Yeah, beautiful. Big breath. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, how are you feeling now?
Release
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. My business partner burps only, just 100% burps the whole time. She's in session. Check in with your body. How's your body doing?
My head's a little busy.
Mm-hmm.
My body is, yeah, I'm feeling the right side of my body very relaxed. The left is sort of like, we got work to do.
Yeah. Let's do a self hug and just say, I've got you, body.
I've got you, body.
Yeah. And that's all we're doing for today.
And that's all I do.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. And just welcome all your body to be exactly how it is. Feel your butt in your seat and take a nice big deep breath, appreciating.
Ah,
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to leave you with your self love for now, if that's okay. Yeah. And thank you so much for being our demo today. I really appreciate your vulnerability, your willingness to heal.
thank you.
Yeah. I want to invite everyone else to come. Okay. I'm going to pause us here. So that was my session with a stranger with Solomon that I did in a public training, I think back in May. That was amazing. I'm glad you feel it was so. And we just touched the very beginning of what later went on to be a 4 1 hour session series that I did with him. And if I were to break down what happened in that session, I definitely have self live issues. I'd love to hear more about what they are, see if I can help. Oh, self love. Yeah. Yes, there's so many layers to working with painful things that we have in our lives, and particularly in relationship. Um, well, the first thing I want to name is, no matter what topic you're working on, it's so normal to have a fear of doing the work itself. And so, even just thinking about working on a topic can bring a whole lot of feelings in your body. And so, right in the very first thing I did with Solomon, as soon as he started to say, "Oh, well, it came up last night," and he was about to story tell to me what the issue was, I already saw a flush of emotion come in his body, which was our first opportunity to slow down and start integrating tapping, communicating to the body, and letting those emotions come in, be seen, slow down and see and love them. So I said, just when you say, I thought of it last night, do you already have emotion? He said, yes. And so we just, big breath, let that emotion get some compassionate attention, just right there in the very beginning. And this is a beautiful thing about mind light work is that there's just so much love in every session. Like every tiny piece of you that emerges that has something to say gets time and space to say it. And this is how we get the chatter of the mind to stop, by actually full body listening to and loving to and giving love to every small piece of experience. All of that adds up to you and is welcome and deserves it. So we just started right there with the very beginning of his experience, just feeling feelings about having feelings at all. Right? If anyone's ever been scared to go to the therapist because of what you might feel, we call this doing pre-work at Mindlight. We do pre-work first, and then we got into the session and we discovered that he's feeling anxious in relationship, and we gave just a lot of love and space to who he feels like he needs to be in the relationship, how he wishes he was, the fact that he wishes it wasn't happening at all in the first place, this anxiety, and let each part of that experience fully express. And this session was like maybe just 10 minutes long. It was actually quite a baby session because it was part of an hour and a half training. We were just demoing, but you could see when we were finding what was really there, like, I wish I wasn't anxious. I wish I was different. You could see when we're really touching the right the right root, the right painful thought, and he and the amount of emoting that came up. That is so healthy. That is where the transformation happens. When you touch it, it's like putting the light on the dark. When you put the love on the parts that have been hiding, that's where transmutation occurs. That's where the alchemy of transition, transmutation, transformation occurs. And you see that with him over and over again when we're just getting it just right, just really acknowledging the pain and pausing to put love on it. And then he's full body crying. He's full body shaking. At the end of that shake, I'm now sitting across from a different person because he's moved something through him and there's space for something new to come in. And when we say at Mindlight that we heal things permanently, the anxiety about that tiny thing that he was feeling will be gone because we have fully moved it. And so if you can put this together, imagine how much can happen in 1 hour. If that's just 10 minutes. How much transformation is available in an hour? And if you notice at the end of the session, we always come up and out. So we never want to leave a client open and in tears and in the pain. It's like we go in, we find exactly where it is right today to give loving attention and move something and heal something. And then the practitioner is keeping time, is very skilled at keeping time and knowing, okay, that's enough. As much as we're going to metabolize and transition through and transmute today. Let's come out now and resource and get perspective from and close out what we just did. And so at the end of the session, you saw me do that where he was like, oh, I know there's still some sadness in there. I was like, yeah, let's just acknowledge that. Like, there's still sadness, and that's okay. And I will get to it when I get to it. And that's all the work I'm going to do today. And I love myself for being gentle with myself and taking the time I need to heal one step at a time. And so, totally normalizing that there's more and that's okay. And we're going to come back to it in the next session and really pulling back. And you can see he's smiling here. And at the end, when I said, how are you feeling? He said, yeah, I feel lighter. I feel happy, a little euphoric. I feel relaxed in the right side of my body. So we're really checking in with the body. Remember, the body is the one really having the experiences. The mind is just trying to make sense of it. So checking in, does the body feel good? Is the body feeling good and different and lighter? And then we're wrapping up and closing out for the session. Now, again, Solomon and I went on to do a series of 4 sessions, one-on-one for an hour, 4 Mindlight sessions, and we got so much deep, beautiful work done. So much freedom for his expression of how he wants to experience his own desires of romance and intimacy. So much more allowing. We stripped away a lot of repression that was occurring um, through just the projection of social norms and just an allowing of who he really is and what he really wants, and integrating that and expanding into it so that he could really sustainably express and be different in life and in romance and feel fulfilled. Such an honor to work with him. And really, it's an honor to do this work every every time we do it. Having having someone transform in front of your eyes is just a magical miracle that makes Mindlight go around. So, thank you so much for joining today and for getting a peek into what's possible with the work, with this kind of work, this emotional transformation work. Um, if you're curious to become a practitioner of this work and be able to do what you just witnessed me do, we are enrolling now for a next cohort of teaching people how to do trauma resolution. And you can reach out to me directly if you're curious to take that class. I'll drop my email right here. In October, we're starting a new cohort of training practitioners in a 16-week program. And if you're curious to just do one-on-one work or have this for yourself, you can also reach out to me or reach out in the Facebook community or visit us at themindlight.com. Thank you so much for tuning in today. It's a pleasure to be with you. And we'll be announcing more trainings. They'll be coming, I think, potentially in October. So hang tight, but this is the last of our 4-part series for August. And if you have requests or you know what you want more of, you can tell us directly in the Facebook community or email me. And we love knowing what you want so we can give you exactly what you want. So much is possible with this work. Again, thank you again for tuning in. Much love.